everyone, Katie here. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you subscribe to get more content from me. So today's video is going to be a little bit deep, I guess you could say, because we are doing a mental health Q&A. Okay, it's 11 questions and it's all about my mental health. We're just going to jump right in. Number one is, what is your mental health issue? So, I was diagnosed with severe depression, severe anxiety, and a panic attack disorder. Now my doctor thinks it's not really a panic attack disorder anymore. It's more like severe social anxiety. Number two, do you have any medication and or therapy? I do have medication. I take the highest dose of Zoloft you can take. I'm also taking Buspar, which is supposed to like amplify the Zoloft. And I have Atarax, which is for anxiety, but that's just as needed because the Buspar is also an anxiety medication, so it does help with both the depression and the anxiety. And I do go to therapy. I go at least once a month. I go at least once a month. I have been doing virtual therapy since the pandemic hit, but I'm just glad I'm able to go to therapy at all and talk to my therapist. So, what therapy / medication have you tried, and has any worked for you? Before Zoloft, I was on something different, I think. I was on something different. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was like the kids' depression medication that they put like everybody on at first, and I quickly went through the dosage on that. Like, she upped me like several times. I was on Atarax. I also had sleeping meds. So I've had 3 psychiatrists. The one that started me off like on this journey, and then the second one was really cool, but she kind of just kept my medicine as is, and I kind of did need a change. So my third one, which I was really nervous about because it's a dude, and I don't do so well with dudes, like talking about my feelings. And so I was really nervous, but he's actually been probably the most help out of all of them. He put me on Buspar, which has helped tremendously. I have so many like less depressed days. I mean, sometimes I still do feel like the lack of motivation, the tiredness, the sadness. There are days like that. I mean, no medication is going to completely wipe out my depression and my anxiety, but I do have very minimum of those days where before it was very much almost every day, and my anxiety has been a lot better. I think before, with medication I was on before, I wouldn't have been able to like not monitor, but like go through this pandemic, because I'm not good with change. Change is like my big anxiety trigger, besides like social interaction anxiety. And the pandemic obviously has been like a major change. And I think before going on Buspar, I probably would have been a freaking hot mess. I mean, especially like the first couple weeks. of, like, you know, when everyone was, like, bulk shopping and, you know, you could feel everybody else's anxiety in the store. I think before I probably would have, you know, shut down. But with the BuSpar, I was able to just navigate through the store, leave, and I mean, I kind of felt like crap for the rest of the day because everyone else's anxiety was, like, draining me, but I was able to do it. And it's also helped me a lot with Girl Scouts. So Girl Scouts, I'm a leader, okay, and so I lead up to, well, I've had up to like 25 girls at a time, and it's kind of difficult to lead when you have anxiety, because, you know, you don't want to talk in front of all these people, but for me, like, it's easier for me to talk in front of a group of kids, but with the BuSpar, I also took a big step and was able to talk in front of all the parents, which is something that I wouldn't have been able to do before. And I don't know, it's just, I'm taking big steps because of this BuSpar, and I don't know, it's just, being on it makes me feel so much better. Okay, number 4, how long have you had problems for? I was officially diagnosed in 2014, but I honestly believe I have been having, you know, this for way longer than that. I would say probably 2008, 2009 would be where, you know, when this all started, if not before that, and I just didn't realize it because I was too young. I didn't really know. So officially I was diagnosed in 2014, but I think I've been dealing with mental health issues way before that. Number 5, do your friends and family know? Yeah, it's not a secret. Some people know more to the extent than others do. Obviously my parents know, everybody in my household knows, and my couple of my cousins know because I talked to them about it, but it just, I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, they know, but some of them know more than others. Number 6, does this affect your work and daily living? Absolutely. So even though I've been able to conquer small steps like talking in front of my Girl Scouts parents, I still have major anxiety when it comes to working. So I've never had like a real official job. It's always been babysitting. So I've never like worked at a place where I had to interact with the public all day. And my anxiety, like, whenever I think about going out to get a job, like, I just can't function because my anxiety is just, it doesn't want me to do it. And yeah, there's some aspects of daily living, depending on what I'm doing. Before, it was really hard for me to even go into gas stations and pay, or, you know, I'm very much a self-checkout kind of person because I don't have to interact with anybody, but I can interact like in a regular line now, but before that was hard, and there are certain things like just anxiety just makes difficult. Number 7, what makes you feel calm? Music, mostly. I don't know, just music, writing, yeah. Number 8, what do you do in a crisis? Okay, this is something that I've not really been able to manage or get a hold of, I guess. When I am in a crisis and I'm overwhelmed and I'm panicked, most of the time, well, most, when I say most, I mean like 99.9% of the time, I shut down. So, I've noticed certain symptoms in myself where I know when I'm shutting down, and it mostly is when, my head gets foggy, and I just, like, it's happened during Girl Scout meetings where things have been so chaotic and so out of control, and my mom and my other leaders have kind of, like, gotten the hint that when I start, like, backing off or just saying, I can't do this or I need help, that I am shutting down and they need to step in or I'm out. Like, so yeah, when I'm in a crisis, I shut down. And what that means is, like, my head gets foggy. I don't really want to be where I'm at. My biggest instinct is to run and hide, even though, like, I don't. But, like, I'll sit with my head down and, it's just, it gets to the point where, like, you will talk to me, but I'm not hearing you because I'm shutting down. My body's like, you've had enough. My head's like, you can't handle this. You've had enough. You need to stop. So that's what I do in a crisis, and I don't really recommend it because it sucks. That's something that I still need to work on. But yeah. Number 9, what advice would you give to others suffering? My biggest advice would be to, if at all possible, find a therapist that you very much vibe with. I had really good luck, and the first therapist I found I absolutely loved, and I've been a patient of hers for 6 years now, and just talking to her, it works. My sister, on the other hand, has gone through multiple therapists because things just aren't, she doesn't get one that stays long term, and they just don't understand her, and you just have to find, like, the right therapist. And yes, it takes work, and yes, it might take a while, but you have to find a therapist that you like and that you're comfortable with, or you are never going to be able to talk about your feelings. And another thing is, don't be afraid of therapy. I mean, I don't know about, like, other people's therapists, but mine, when I go in, it's not like lay on the couch and talk to me about how you feel, and she doesn't use, and how does that make you feel. It's very much, I come in, I do sit on a couch because that's what she's got, but it's comfortable, so it's like, I'm not, like, on edge, uptight. And she remembers certain details. Like, she'll ask me, oh, how's your sister doing? How's your dad doing? How's grandma? And she'll bring up certain situations, and she'll be like, how has that improved? How has that been going? And it just, for me, it makes me feel more comfortable that she remembers details, and it's not like I have to repeat myself all the time. But, you just find a therapist that works for you, and keep advocating for your mental health. If you get put on a medication and it's not working, you need to speak up and tell your doctor. I mean, obviously, you have to give it the few weeks to kick in, to start working. It's not, like, automatic, like, okay, it works. You really have to give it time, but once a couple weeks or a month have gone by, if you don't feel any different or you feel worse, you need to tell your doctor. Like, for example, I was supposed to be taking Buspar twice a day, and whatever dosage I'm on, I don't really remember. And when I was taking it twice a day, I felt, for some reason, like, my anxiety amped. Like, it was too much. Like, I felt like on edge, I was jittery, I was like paranoid, and I didn't like being on it twice a day. So I told my doctor, I said, look, this is how I'm feeling when I take it twice a day. You know, and he goes, well, let's try it once a day. And once a day works amazing. Twice a day, I don't know why, it was too much. But once a day works amazing. But he wouldn't have known that if I hadn't said, look, this is what's going on. I need to change because I can't work like this. Like, I can't live like this. Number 10, what makes you smile? A lot of things make me smile. I don't know, like family, dogs, music, I don't know. And number 11, describe your mental health issues in 5 words. Frustrating. Frustrating's a big one. Struggle. I don't know, frustrating and struggle. Like, for some reason, when I read this question, every word I know just, like, left my brain. Frustrating, struggle, terrifying. Sometimes, you know, I can feel very terrified. Different, because, I don't know, like, you know, everybody's mental health is different. I don't know. And then the 5th one, I guess, would be, like, important, because, you know, my mental health isn't just something that, like, is curable. It's important that I take charge of it and that I'm able to work with it. So, yeah, those are my 5 words. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope I was able to help someone by talking about my problems. If you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up, comment down below any other questions you might have for me about mental health. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and for the summer, every Saturday for Summer Storytime Saturday. Mondays in September are double upload Mondays, so make sure you subscribe so you can get all that wonderful content that I will be giving to you. I will see you guys next video. Bye.